In this video, we're going to discuss replacing the door gasket on a MerryChef E2 oven. Start by shutting the oven off, and do place a tray of ice inside the oven to speed the cooling process. With the tray of ice in the oven, shut the door, and then wait. It usually takes about 20 minutes for the oven to cool fully for you to safely complete work. With the oven cool enough to work on, I find that a 45-degree pick and a large flat blade screwdriver are the best way to remove the old gasket. In each corner there are hooks embedded in the old gasket when you're prying them up because they are sealed with silicone. Sometimes they do break, and that's fine. Apart from the 4 hooks in the corners, there is nothing on the gasket to hold it or bite into pinch rails to hold the gasket in place. It is all held in place with the silicone. Continue working to remove the gasket from the oven, remembering that the hooks are going to bite and hold the gasket in place. Now, with that removed, you're going to use your pick tool, utility knife, scraper, large flat blade screwdriver, whatever you need to use to remove the remainder of the silicone from the oven. This would be a perfect time to use some oven cleaner and, along with a wire brush, remove any grease from the oven door, which is only going to help the silicone hold the gasket in place. And you can see here, through the magic of some video editing, the oven door is free of silicone and free of as much grease as I could get it. So you can see that all of these slots are free of silicone. That's important because that's where the new silicone goes to hold the new gasket in place. Here you can see this elastic or sealant is S23747. The door gasket does come on a cardboard card. The part number for that is S22605. Make sure that those corner pins are in good shape. Also, take a look at this elastic. It already has the correct size hole in the tip, so don't make that larger. This elastic is incredibly difficult to clean up whenever it is wet. So take your time. And if you do make a mess, I recommend cleaning it after the silicone is cured. Place the silicone around all 4 sides. Take the new gasket. I recommend folding it in half to hold it out of the silicone while you're hooking your first 2 corner hooks. Once your first 2 corners are hooked, stretch the gasket over the top of the door and hook your last 2 hooks. Some gentle pressure will push the silicone down into those grooves. After you've pressed the gasket into the silicone the whole way around, go ahead and shut the door and turn the oven on. MerryChef tells us that it takes 24 hours in a cold oven for the silicone to cure, or 2 hours in a hot oven. So hang a sign on the front of the oven allowing 2 hours for the silicone to cure.